What's up, everybody? Welcome to another podcast episode of Authentically D. I am your host. You already know, or maybe you don't know. Now you know. Okay, so first of all, thank you guys for tuning in, making the decision to just kind of follow me with whatever the type of content I'm posting. It's slated to follow an outline of specific episodes, but you just never know which way the wind's going to take me. Guys, this is very near and dear to my heart. Like, just being able to put out content. I don't know if anybody's been maybe contemplating doing a podcast. I highly recommend it because you're literally sitting here. You don't have to do video. Video is a little more, it can be intimidating if you don't like the camera. I don't mind it. I prefer audio. However, I realize that it's a lot better to get your content out there using video. So, guys, if you've been considering it, just do it. Just speak your mind. Whatever's on your heart, just say it. So, with that being said, this is what we're going to do. Get right into it. Okay. So today's episode, and I don't know what number this is going to be, is entitled The Obsession with Right. RIGHT. The Obsession with Right. Primarily talking about from a religious standpoint and honing in on it as it relates to Christianity. And okay, so let's get right into it. So what does right even mean? The word right, RIGHT. So according to the dictionary, it is true or correct as a fact. Okay, true or correct as a fact. So then wrong would have to be not correct or true or incorrect, right? So right is what is true or correct as a fact. All right. So I believe a very fundamental flaw in Christianity is that you have an individual's belief, right? And they believe, y'all forgive me, my nails, the press-ons, they pressed off. All right. The flaw is that Christians believe, primarily Christians believe that their individual belief is right. Okay. And other beliefs are not right. And so that's where I think we went wrong. That is like the fundamental foundational flaw. We went wrong when we decided, I'll say they now, they decided, or religions decided, to take their individual beliefs, right, and put them on this pedestal as superior to all other beliefs and religions because they believe their belief is right. Let me ask you a question. Why is it that Christians can't just believe that what they believe is right and let that be that? Like, I believe what I believe. These are my beliefs. That's that. Period. I'm not trying to put them on nobody. I just believe what I believe. I believe it's because it is a huge obsession and this huge desire to want to be right. But in actuality, I don't even believe, when you think about it and think a little deeply here, I don't even believe the words religion and right should even go together. Like, I don't think they have anything to do with each other in that sense. Okay. Because if religion is a practice, a belief. It's your spiritual practice, right? That's what religion is. Right is a correct fact. So what does what you believe in spiritually or your practice have to do with a fact? That's why I don't believe they go together. And I could be, off with this, whatever. It's just kind of, it's where I am right now. Okay. So if a person's belief is based on, let's say, this knowledge that they came to come across, or this enlightenment that they had, or this revelation that they got, this divine intervention, this experience that they had, and that is their religion, then how on earth can you then expect or think that it's okay for that same person who's had this individual experience, right, to then try and get you to conform to that experience? They're trying to get their experience to become your experience. So that's pretty much, in my opinion, what happens in Christianity. And the crazy thing about it is I'm not going to say most, I don't know the statistics, but many Christians are literally only Christians. And I can use any religion, but I'll say Christians are only Christians because of generational, of what has been passed down generationally. So your parents were Christians. They taught you a certain way to be. This is right. This is what you need to abide by, or else then that's what you believe, right? That's what you believe is the right way. Their parents more than likely were Christians as well. And so they were taught, for whatever reason. It could have been, I don't know what made them rooted in that particular religion, although we do know some history of Christianity. I'm not going to get into that. That's not my point. But the point is, the reasons why these people are what they are or believe what they believe might not even have anything to do with their own enlightenment. It actually has something to do with what they were told to believe. So how in the world are you going to tell me now that because your parents believe this, their parents believed it, now you're telling me that it is your job to make sure I believe it too? That sounds crazy, guys. But I mean, hey, that's the kind of culture we live in right now. All right, moving on. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this obsession, right? Continue talking about the obsession. I believe it has gotten to this place where Christians feel as if there's this, there's almost this superiority complex that, and they've gotten this thing, they've discovered this thing, and because they have it, they now have this superiority. They have this power over anybody else who doesn't have it or have whatever. And so they now make it their business to make sure they know, to make sure you know that what they have is better, and you need to get what they have, or else you're going to hell. All kinds of things. You're not going to make it in heaven. All this stuff. You need deliverance. Just all this stuff that's being projected on somebody else based on your superiority complex, because you believe you have something that is just greater than anything else in the world, greater than anything else anybody has. You have it and everybody needs it. And so that's kind of where it gets into this superiority mindset, almost like a supremacy type of thing. And I think that's dangerous. And so it puts people, or it gives people, this false sense of authority to where they actually have a say-so in where you spend the rest of your life. Like, I am a Christian. So I now have the power to, if you don't do what I say is right according to this book, the Bible, then I have the authority to say that you're going to hell, that you're going to burn, and you're going to spend the rest of your life in the pits of hell. And that makes me feel good about myself because I have the power to put you there. It is kind of it's like a control factor. It's like this need to feel like you have this crazy amount of entitlement and power to be able to determine where a person spends the rest of their lives. Moving along, I remember having this strange feeling because of this burden that was pretty much put on me by people, that it was my job, of course, to win souls, right? To bring people to Christ. It was my job that everyone I met, I needed to try and convince them that they needed to become a Christian. They needed to give their lives to Christ. And so, of course, I made it my duty. If I met someone, we could be talking about candy. But in the back of my mind, some way, somehow, I had to figure out how in the world I was going to get this candy conversation into are you saved? Are you Christian? You need to give your life to Christ conversation. Like, I was always trying to find a way to segue into that conversion opportunity. And so conversations weren't authentic conversations. They were me in the back of my mind, always looking at somebody as a sinner, always thinking I had something they didn't have, always thinking I was better, always thinking they were, just heathens and living wrong and all this stuff. And they could be the most kind people in the world, but because I had something, right? Or felt that I had something that they didn't have, and it was my job to give it to them, or else the blood was going to be on my hands. That was scary to me. Like, that was almost traumatic to me as well. To feel this constant sense of, I'm right, you're wrong. What I believe is true. What you believe is not true. And if we talk about it anymore, those spirits are gonna transfer onto me, and I don't want no parts of what you have to say. I get it. You're a Jehovah's Witness, you're a Catholic, you're a Buddhist, you're Hindu. I want no parts of that. What you do is not right. It's not of God. And listen, God loves you, and you need to give your life to Him and Him only. But okay. Anywho, I digress. That was pretty traumatic. So again, I think it comes down to the love of control. And I believe that a lot of Christians really need to do a self-evaluation and really begin to deal with that sense of control, that need to direct or steer or manage or, tell somebody where they're going to end up. Because in all honesty, think about this. If it was really and truly coming out of a place of love, then you would literally just treat that person kind. It's not so much that you love them so much that you don't want them to burn. No, you want to instill fear in them that they're going to burn if they don't do what you tell them to do. But if it was really about love, then you would be kind and gentle. You would just display, characteristics of Christ and the Bible, and you would just all around be a good person. Whether or not that person decided to do what you told them to do, you would be accepting of their decision if it was truly an act of love. Okay, that's my opinion. So I believe we as a whole, just period in general, people, mankind, we need to deal with wanting to be in control. We need to find out what the root of that is. and begin to realize that um, nobody is superior. Nobody is superior. You're not better than someone because of your religion, what you believe in, what you've been enlightened to. Um, you're not the only person who is, if you believe in heaven or whatever, is going to heaven. Um, you're not the only one. Christianity is not the only religion in the world. Like, it's so small, narrow-minded to even think that Christianity is it. It is the way, the only way. It's that or hell. But again, I do understand that that's the way so many of us have been brought up, and that's the belief. I'm not looking to change anybody's beliefs or anything like that, but I just want you to think about this. What if everyone got a true opportunity to go through their own experiences in life, their own enlightenments, their own encounters, their own spiritual journeys, their own paths, and whatever that looked like to them, that becomes, what they believe, their practice, and everyone decides to be accepting of everyone else's beliefs, as long as it's bringing kindness, love, hope, community to others. Does it really matter? Why does it matter so much? I just think the world could be a much better place if we all were more accepting of each other's personal beliefs and not have this idea that you're better, this other person is beneath me, based on religious ideologies. Can you imagine how much the division would decrease, even within the Christian community itself? Do you know that even within the Christian community, it is crazy divided? Like, okay, yeah, let's just use the Christian community. There are a countless number of denominations. Within the Christian community itself, you have Baptist, you have Methodist, you have Pentecostal, you have AME, you have I can't even begin. Kojic. You have so many denominations within what's supposed to be the Christian community. So they don't even get along. They're even damning their own community to hell. Like, if you don't believe in water baptism, you're going to hell. If you don't believe in baptizing in Jesus' name, you're going to hell. If you don't believe in speaking in tongues, you're going to hell. If you don't believe in wearing skirts every day, all day, you're going to hell. If you don't believe in ashy lips, you're going to hell. If you believe in putting nail polish on your fingers, you're going to hell, baby. They sending everybody to hell. Like, everybody is going to hell. So I don't even know out of them which denomination is right. Like, it's insane. They are obsessed with being right. They are obsessed with preaching down on anybody who doesn't believe what they believe. But who really holds the truth? Like, who holds truth? Okay? Ask yourself that. Who truly holds truth? Or is truth subjective? Is truth subjective? Meaning that what you believe, your level of experience, your encounter of truth is truth to you. Okay, let that be whatever's true to you. That's the truth. Okay, that's your truth. But your truth now doesn't need to be imposed on someone else. I hope that makes sense. But guys, we have to do better as a whole, as being parts of contributors to humanity, to help make this world better, to feel a sense of community, just overall well-being. Yeah, let's stop this obsession with right, because at the end of the day, child, you probably wrong too. All right, guys. Anywho, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, I will see you later.